Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today is just a quick video. We're going to talk about how not to hurt yourself. This is kind of a follow-up to Friday's live stream where I talked about exercise. And one of the things I forgot to bring up is that it's very important, especially if you're in my age group or older, to learn good technique for whatever exercise you're doing, whether it be push-ups, wall push-ups, real push-ups, squats. I mean, squats in different positions can target different muscles. So you want to make sure that not only are you targeting the muscles you want to target, but you also don't injure yourself. And the way I go about this, of course, first off, if you have the means, I would hire a professional trainer, even if it's just for a couple of sessions to get you started. Or you can consult with somebody like Jonathan over at Carnivore Muscle or Professor K. There are lots of people, Coach Nicole, there's a lot of people that can help you with this kind of stuff. But the main thing I look at, and I want to use the cable machine that I've been working on strengthening my shoulders. When I first started, my right shoulder was still messed up from that fall I took back in January of 2023. I've got a short about that, and it was actually in January 4th's video, I believe, where I fell on trail. Got good camera footage of it, but there was always, as I raised my shoulder up to a certain point, there was a point where it would kind of click. It didn't really hurt, but there was this audible clicking noise from my shoulder, and some of my other joints actually hurt. Now, those of you that are my age or slightly beyond, you know what I'm talking about when I say the difference between muscle pain and bone-on-bone pain. So what we need to do is, as we design our exercises, like the personal trainer over at the Y that gave me this advice, he said, use the cable machine and don't go any higher than the click because you don't want to damage your bone. And then he added a second exercise where I went past the click and then worked the muscles above that. So anytime you have bone-on-bone pain, you don't want to push through that. That could be damaging you, as far as I understand. That could be damaging you further. So you want to design some exercises that if you're having that joint pain, that you can strengthen the muscles around that joint without further damaging that joint. And you should find that at some point you can do more with that joint because the muscles around that bad joint have strengthened. Like for me, I now have full range of motion in my shoulder, partly due to carnivore diet, partly because I've been working those muscles, and partly because of the healing I'm getting from Cerule products, in my opinion again. But that's really what I wanted to say. I wanted to make a quick little video about this because I forgot to talk about this in Friday's live stream. And I wanted to make sure that everybody understood that we don't want to injure ourselves just trying to get a little healthier, because that will set us back. That was one of the things that I had, all those problems with my gout. Every time I started an exercise program through my 30s and 40s, I would have a gout attack and not be able to continue, and that would set me back. So injuring ourselves is probably not the best option for trying to get healthier. So let's just make sure we're working smart. We do want to have some exercise. Again, whether that exercise is, out walking 3 or 4 miles a day or even jogging. I don't recommend jogging, but I know a lot of you are doing sprints. Or if you're still at the point of just walking to the mailbox and back or doing extra sit stands, whatever it is, you want to make sure you work around any joints that might be causing you bone-on-bone pain. If you're my age or older, you know the difference between a little muscle soreness from overworking the muscle versus the bone-on-bone pain. So let's just make sure we don't get into that problem. I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like, drop down in the comments and say, hi, Bob. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But that's what I've got for you today, folks. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better.